started. Hello everyone, my name is Patrick Lukusa. Welcome to today's webinar about Odoo for trading companies. As I said, my name is Patrick Lukusa. I'm a sales manager and consultant here at Odoo India. On a day-to-day basis, I help customers with requirements analysis, providing demonstrations, and giving best practices. I also am involved into implementation of projects on our Odoo online version, and I can provide functional support. Just in other words, I have been delivering projects throughout Europe, Africa, UK, and now here in India. Today's agenda will be a brief introduction about what is Odoo, especially Odoo Online. I will present you with a case study that will help us to deliver a hands-on demonstration today. We'll see the master data that we have configured in order to test our demonstration. And then we will go hands-on, and you'll have the chance to ask all of your questions. So the format of this webinar, as all of the others, will be 1 hour long, 45 minutes of presentation, and 15 minutes of Q&A. We will answer the live questions for the most important. The remaining ones we will answer by chatter. So, as you might know already, Odoo is a multinational company founded in Europe, in Belgium, where we have our headquarters. But we are present in many continents, as you can see. And here in India, we are located in the clean city of Gandhinagar, where we have our brand new offices. But we are established here since 12 years. Worldwide, we have more than 3 million happy users which are using Odoo. They range from a company of 1 employee to companies of hundreds and thousands of employees. So just about Odoo, it is a suite of many integrated business applications. These are the core applications of Odoo. Obviously, we have more than this, but these are the core applications, official standard applications. We have typically 1 application per business needs. Today's topic is about trading companies. These kind of companies will typically need to purchase the goods from suppliers. So you'll have the purchase application here that you can use. When you purchase the goods, you might want to receive them into your stock using the inventory application. And then the purpose is to be able to sell it to your end customers. So you can install the sales application. In the process, you'll be able to invoice your customers or to do your advanced bookkeeping operations. So you have the invoicing application, the accounting application. So many companies, for example, will need to manage their pre-sales activities. For example, a trading company might want to leverage their CRM database. So you can install the CRM application to get inquiries by website forms, by email, or using simply business cards that you can record into your database. This was the purpose of last week's training about CRM and sales application. Okay. Something else that a trading company can do is to send some mass mailing in order to reach out to people that may be interested and generate more traffic, more inquiries, so that they can work on it. Right? For today's session, we will focus only on a handful of applications, namely the purchase, the sales, the invoicing, and a bit of accounting. For the accounting and inventory, we'll have in-depth sessions into the coming weeks. For example, on next Friday, we'll have a finance session with our consultant, Dawal. The learning objectives for today's session will be to help you understand how you can configure your master data so that you can automate the working processes in Odoo, how you can procure the products using different strategies, how you can take customers' orders and fulfill them. Here we will not go into more details because it was the purpose of last week's webinar. And you will see that in the process, everything is integrated. When I purchase goods, I will need to receive them into my inventory. I will need to manage my finance. So you can see how the data flows from one department to another, from one application to another, all within a single application. Before we go to the case study, I will mention that today's training will be conducted on Odoo Online, which is our online version. You don't need to install it. You can simply go to our website, odoo.com, and you create an account, and you can use it readily in a few minutes. So today's case study is about a trading company, which is named Bharat Trading Limited. This company is buying and selling industrial equipment in India. So the objectives of this company is to get a system that will allow them to take orders from their customers and send professional quotations, convert them into sales orders, and fulfill the order. They also want to avoid long delivery delays, while at the same time they want to keep optimal stock so that they are also performant when they take customer orders. Since the purpose of a trading company is to buy and resell almost as is the products, they want to be sure that they are negotiating the best prices. So sometimes they might want to compare all the prices from different vendors for the same product that they want to purchase or to replenish, right? You'll also see that these companies, as any other company typically, will need to improve their cash flow. In the case of trading companies, they have many strategies they can use. For example, they will negotiate longer lead times for payments from their suppliers, but they will negotiate shorter lead times for the customer cash collections. For example, I will purchase, let's say, an engine for which I will pay after 60 days, but when I sell it to a customer, I will collect the payment in 15 days. So since I will collect the money before I need to pay my supplier, I will have a cash flow position which is positive and interesting. So for the master data, we'll typically have 4 products. We will need to buy and sell a diesel power engine that we can purchase from Tata Motors at the price that is indicated here. When we sell it, it is at 500,000. This product is one which we maintain in stock. We have a minimum stock of 2 units at all time in our stock. It means that whenever we are short of this product, whenever we have an available quantity which is lower than 2 units, Odoo will suggest to replenish it automatically so that we can have up to 2 units. Okay? The solar panel can be purchased from 2 vendors, Tata and Mahindra. We do not keep it in stock because it is too costly, and if we have a customer, they will typically need a different configuration of it. So we do not store it into the stock, but we know that we can purchase it from Tata or from Mahindra, and the prices are here. On top of that, we want to have a strategy to say, okay, since I want to deliver it really quickly, I don't want to purchase it from Tata or Mahindra and receive it in stock, but I want to purchase it and ship it directly from my supplier to my customer. This is what is called drop shipping. The 4th product is the water treatment unit. It can be purchased from Amol Equipment. In this case, I will simply keep it simple. We can purchase it from Tata or again from Mahindra with the 2 different prices. Again, for this product, whenever we need to sell it to a customer, we will purchase it from different vendors that can sell it, and we will compare the best prices and select one of the best prices. Last product before we begin is the water bottling plant. Since we will be a customer can treat the water, they will need to package that water into some bottles of 200 milliliters or so. Let's go hands-on and do the actual demonstration. Again, feel free to ask your questions in the chatter. At the end of this training, we'll take the most urgent questions and we'll be able to answer them. So this is my Odoo Online database. It is an account that I created by simply going to odoo.com. And here I can click on try it free and I can use it in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So it means this account is accessible through the internet and through any browser. I don't need to install it on my laptop. I can be traveling, I can move from my office and I can work from home. I will be able to access all of my Odoo applications. In the top right, you can see the user who is connected. This is myself. And here you see what we call the desktop, the homepage of Odoo. Every small box here is an application that will allow you to do some business task. I can do my purchases by going here. I can do my sales activities. I can check my inventory or my accounting. If you want to deploy more features from Odoo, you will simply go into the Apps Store. And here you will see all of our official applications, which you can install in one click. I will take just an example. I want to manage my pre-sales activity as we presented last week to you. I will simply install the CRM application. In 2 clicks, I am deploying a set of new features which will be integrated and will be synchronized and working with everything that I already have into my Odoo account. So right now it is installing the CRM application. As soon as it finishes, we can see in a few seconds. Yes, now we can see we have a new small box, which is the CRM application. So just for a general overview, in all Odoo application, if you click, you have the same look and feel. On the top, you will always have the menu. In every menu, you can have some sub-menus. You can have a dashboard or a list of business documents that you have here. If you have all the access rights, you'll have access to the reporting for your business analysis or business intelligence reporting. And you can go into the configuration. Here you can have a search option in order to filter, for example, all quotations which are sent, all quotations already validated, all draft quotations. You can also do some groupings. For example, I will be grouping all my sales orders by salesperson, or by customer, or by order month, and so on. If I go to the purchase application, it is the very same. I have the same look and feel, so I'm getting used to it. I have the menu on the top, some sub-menus, the business documents here, the filtering options, grouping options, and I can put some search criteria as a favorite so that I don't need to search it every time. So we will start with a flow of demonstration. We'll start by the purchase application. So we go to the purchase. Before we demonstrate, it is important to explore the different menus. In the purchase menu, I can raise a request for quotation. It is a document that I will prepare in order to send to my vendors, asking them to give me their best quotes so that I can agree and purchase or reject and turn to another vendor. When I have a quotation from my supplier that I really like, I can confirm it so that it becomes an actual purchase order. Depending on your configuration, you can also raise what we call the purchase agreement, or again, the call for tenders. This is to be used in case you want to send the same inquiry to more than one vendor. Example, when we will need to buy a plant for water treatment, we will send the inquiry to 2 vendors. They will submit their prices, we will compare both of them, and we'll select the the cost efficient. I can maintain my master data by creating the list of vendors. Here I have a few vendors already. I have Mahindra and Tata Motors. I can create a new one, for example, Amul Equipment, give the address, the GST number, this is required for accounting purposes, and all the contact details, the logo of the company if I want, and save. It's that simple. If you are using another system and you want to migrate to Odoo, you can as well come in list view here. You can import all of your suppliers, all of your products in one go by simply locating them into a file that is compatible for import in Odoo, and you can upload thousands of records in a few seconds or minutes. Let's go to the product. The same for the product. I have a handful of products here: a diesel power engine, solar panel, water bottling plants, and water treatment plants. I will show you one thing. I can structure my products catalog in a way that makes sense to my business. For example, I can group them by internal category. And I can see that I have equipment for water treatment, equipment for power equipment products, and another one which is a diesel engine power. It is it seems to be unclassified here, so I can drag and drop it to say, okay, this also is a power equipment. This way, I can do my reporting based on products categories. Okay. Now, let's see the configuration of every product before we start. We'll start with the power engine. These products can be purchased and sold. We give it a category, which is power equipment. That is how we've been able to group it by. It has a HSN code, which is required for GST reporting purposes when you send an invoice. We'll be purchasing it from one vendor, Tata Motors, and whenever we purchase from Tata Motors, we'll purchase it at this price, 300,000. The code of this product, as Tata knows it, is provided here. And Tata advised us that whenever you want to purchase from me this product, expect 4 days before you get it delivered to you. You can adapt this, obviously. Then, if you can purchase this from many vendors, you can add them here as you want. In the inventory, this is a product that we purchase, so I check buy. I purchase it and put in stock. So it is a product that I put in stock. I have a minimum stock. If a customer comes and sends me an order, I will check what I have in stock and deliver if I have enough. If I don't have enough, I will replenish it by purchasing from the supplier, which is Tata Motors. Just in case I don't have enough of this product in stock, how will Odoo know that I need to replenish? And what will be the maximum amount that Odoo needs to purchase? This is to be defined here using what we call the order point, reordering rules. I have created one, which is for the very same product. And the rule says, okay, whenever I don't have this product in stock, it means when the quantity is zero, the available quantity reaches zero, I need to ask Odoo to replenish so that I can get up to 2 products which I will keep in my stock. It's that simple. Okay? This product is all set. Now let's go to another one. The solar panels, again, that's power equipment. I can purchase them from 2 different vendors with different prices. And when I want to purchase them, I always want Odoo to allow me to send the same inquiry of this product to more than one vendor. For that, I will activate the generation of a call for tender so that Odoo, instead of raising a request for quotation, it will raise a call for tender so that I can send it to more than one vendor and receive the prices and then compare them. This is a product that I do not keep in stock, but I buy it, so I will check the box buy and make to order. Make to order simply means every time I fulfill a customer order or to sell this product, I will never check what I have in stock, but instead I will always repurchase it from one of my vendors, Tata or Mahindra. On top of that, since I want to shorten my delivery cycle, I don't want to order this product from one of the vendors, receive it in my stock, and then deliver it to my customer. Instead, what I want is to skip the receipt of this product into my warehouse. So I will be asking one of my vendors to say, okay, whenever I place an order to you, please ship this product not to my warehouse, but instead to my final customer. To do that, I simply activate the drop shipping route option here. Finally, you can see the tax rate, GST 18% if you are buying in the current, your own state. If you are buying from another state, you need to be charged or to charge your customer what we call the IGST, which is the interstate taxes. So we have 2 more products to go with. The water treatment, water bottling plant. Same, we can purchase it from 2 different vendors. It raises a call for tender. Again, it is a product that we buy, we make to order, but we do not drop ship it. We receive it into our warehouse. Same for the final one. We buy it on demand, and we receive it in our warehouse. We can purchase it from the 2 different vendors. Okay. Now, let's go and create a simple purchase order. Let's say we want to start by purchasing from Tata Motors one diesel engine. I can purchase one or many. I will save this. I will print my request for quotation and see how it looks like before I send it for the very first time to my vendor, which is Tata Motors. How does it look like? I will have a professional looking business document with the header. In this case, I have my company tagline, company address, my logo, and the supplier from which I am purchasing. Obviously, you can put more details about his address. I didn't put any. And I have here the address to which I want to be delivered. In this case, I will receive it into my warehouse in the same address of my headquarters. The request for quotation will contain the product I want to purchase, the date I'm expecting to receive it, and the quantity. We also have the HSN code. We have the footer with all of your company details. You can put also your bank account details here. If you have more than one page, you'll have a pager with 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2 if needed. If I'm glad with this, what I can do is send this document by email to my supplier or print and send by postal services. Now I will wait until my supplier submits his latest prices. Let's say that Tata has revised the prices and now he says, okay, this product's price has increased. I will adapt it and I can confirm if I'm willing to go ahead so that I receive it. Now that I confirm the purchase of it, again, I can send the purchase confirmation by email to my supplier, but the next logical action will be to receive the products that I have ordered. Odoo is smart enough to prepare receipt of this product because since I have confirmed it, I am expecting to receive this product in the near future. So let's go ahead and process it. I would see that I have an incoming shipment coming from Tata Motors scheduled for in 4 days from now. And it is coming from my purchase order number 5. So I have a complete traceability. I see the product and the quantity that I have purchased. Let's say tomorrow the diesel engine has been delivered. I can come here and simply validate the receipt of it. And Odoo will tell me that this product has been actually delivered, so it is done. If I go back to my purchase order, I will see that my shipment is here, but I can raise the vendor bills. What will typically happen in the trading industries is that when you purchase something, the vendor can send you the bill before you receive the product or with the shipment. When we receive the shipment, we can go and record also the invoice that is coming along with the shipment. By clicking here, I can raise an invoice, a supplier bill. You'll see that Odoo will automatically populate it with the name of the vendor, the source document, and the product. This way, I'm speaking the use of the encoding of multiple documents many times. Odoo knows the data already. It will generate a document which is automatically populated. Now, it is always in draft state so that I can change it, adapt it, and confirm it. Let's say this is exactly what we received from the supplier. I can save it. And I will validate it in order to pay it sometime later. If I print this document, just to show you how the supplier bill would look like, again, I'll have my header, the content of my product with the HSN code of every product, the quantity ordered, the taxes applicable, which will be split in this case between central GST and state GST. This is a legal requirement since April 1st this year, and the total amount in words. This is mostly important for your customer invoices, right? Again, the footer. At some point, I will need to pay this bill so that I don't owe anything more to these vendors. So I can click on register payment, select the payment method, select if I want to pay the entire bill or only a subset of it, and change the memo for the payment. In this case, let's pay the full invoice. So I click on validate. Since I have paid the full invoice, the status of this document is going to paid. The amount due left is 0. I do not owe anything more to this vendor. I can come back in the breadcrumb on my purchase order Everything is finished. I have received the product. I have received the bill. I can lock this purchase order. Locking simply means I will not be able to edit, add, or remove the product. Should I want to be able to edit again this same purchase order, I can still unlock it, add a new product, or change existing lines and say, okay, I ordered one, I want to order a second one, and Odoo will prepare a second receipt of products. This is an optional service, is an optional functionality. You can say, I want my purchase order to be locked automatically as soon as I confirm it. So here we have just processed our very first purchase of a simple product, and we receive it in stock. Let's go and see the actual inventory of this product. In our stock, we can see that now we have one quantity on hand. We can go and check the traceability of it to see how come that we have only one unit on hand. If I click on the product moves, I will see that on this date, with a picking number 1, I received the diesel engine in my stock. Now, what we are going to do is to simply deliver this product so that the quantity will be 0, and we will see how Odoo will react. Because if you remember, we configured our product so that if the stock is 0, Odoo will raise an automatic replenishment order. Why? By configuring the min-max. We say if it reaches 0, I want to purchase up to 2 to keep in stock. So I will simply go and raise a direct delivery order. I will say I want to deliver to a random customer. So I go to the inventory. I will create a transfer of goods to one of my customers. He will be named Remote Farmer. Diesel. 1 unit. This is an immediate transfer. Odoo checks what I have in stock, and it says it is ready because I have it in stock. I will validate this one so that it goes away, and I can print a delivery slip that I will give to my officer. He can print it in 2 copies, one for the customer to sign and return back to us, and one for the customer to keep. You can see the address of the customer, the date of processing, the products that he wanted to receive, and the quantity. We did this delivery just to have our product quantity reduced. Since I purchased one and I sold one, I will have the remaining quantity to 0. After some time, Odoo will check the available quantity and the procurement it needs to generate. It will launch what we call the scheduler automatically. This scheduler can be launched manually by clicking on Run Scheduler, but Odoo by default will launch it every 4 hours. You can change the frequency. You can make it every 10 minutes, every hour, or once every 2 days. Now that the scheduler has launched, Odoo will compute all the procurement it needs to generate. If we go to the purchase, we'll notice that we have one request for quotation raised for Tata Motors and coming from the order point number 1. We'll check the content of it. If we open it, we see that it is exactly for the diesel power engine, 2 units. Why is that so? Simply because we configured our product to say, okay, whenever I have an available quantity of 0 for this product, I want to replenish my stock so that when I receive it, I will keep 2 units into my stock to be able to fulfill urgent customers' needs. Again, since I have my automatic purchase or request for quotation, I can confirm it. We'll do the same thing, so by this time you start to understand how it works. I confirm a purchase order. I receive the goods in my stock. If I ever receive a partial shipment, I can simply edit and say, okay, first time, Tata Motors shipped only 1 item out of 2. Since I'm not receiving the full incoming shipment, Odoo will ask me, okay, what do you want to do for the remaining 1 item? I will click create the back order because I want to claim it. I want to receive it in the near future. If I don't want to receive it anymore, I can say no back order, which is not the case of what we want to do. So one has been received. If I go back to my purchase order, I can even go here and you will see it in a clear way. If I go to purchase order number 2, I will see that I ordered 2 units. I have received only 1 unit and I haven't received any bill yet. Odoo is smart enough to allow you to manage your invoicing control based on only what you have received. And this is the default configuration. Let's say I want to raise a bill. I can click here to generate a bill based on what I have received, so that when I will get the actual bill from my vendor, I will check if what he sent on the bill is exactly compliant with what I have received. You'll see that Odoo populates the name of the vendor, the product, but most importantly, the quantity is only 1 instead of 2 that I ordered. Why is that so? Simply because the supplier simply sent me 1 instead of 2 that I ordered. So if he ever sends a bill, I will need to check what I'm expecting to encode into my system and what I actually received as hard copy. If there is any difference, I will know that it's simply because the supplier, for example, sent a bill for 2 units, while I was expecting a bill for 1 unit that they have actually delivered. I can validate this and pay it later. Let's go and process the second shipment. Receipt. I'll go to receive product. I have one which is ready, waiting for arrival. Let's say we have received it now. I will apply. And we can go and raise another bill from the purchase order. We'll create second bill for 1 unit, validate it. Now you see we have 2 vendor bills. They are not paid, hence they are into status open. If I want to pay, I can open one after the other and pay them. But since they are typically from the same vendor, I can select them, click on register payment, and send a single payment at once. Here in one click, in one selection, I have paid everything at once, and Odoo will create the payments, and you can see the reconciled journal items and invoices from here. For more information about how to do this, how to pay many bills, and the impact into your accounting, the journal entries, please refer to the accounting training next week on Friday, same time, 11 a.m. in the morning. Now, what we have done so far is to purchase a product, put it in stock, and sell it to the customer, to get an automatic generation of a request for quotation that we process, receive, and pay the bills. Now, we will do something really interesting. We will sell a product and get it shipped to our vendors, our customers, from our vendor. Let's first check the product configuration. We'll take the solar panels. This is a product that we don't maintain in stock. We only wait to receive a customer order. As soon as we have that order, we forward it to one of our suppliers. We compare the prices, we confirm with one of the suppliers, and we ask that supplier to ship it straight to our customer. The configuration is drop shipping because we want the vendor to ship to the customer. We'll be buying it, and we'll be buying it on demand. The different suppliers we can get this product from is Tata Motors and Mahindra, and we raise a call for tenders in order to receive many orders. So right now, we'll start the flow from the sales application. In the sales application, I can simply raise a customer order. Let's say our farmer comes back again. Now he becomes a returning customer. They will ask us for a solar panel because they are living into a remote area. Let's say we sell it at this price, or this time, depending on the configuration of the customer, we will sell it really at a high price. Let's say this. Save. We'll confirm this product, this sale order. I confirm this sale order and I see that no delivery order is generated. Why? Simply because this product will not be shipped from my stock, but it will be shipped from the vendor location to my customer location. At this time, I can already generate an invoice if I want. So I will bill this customer from the sales order, even if I haven't delivered anything. You can configure this and change the behavior. But in our case, we'll keep it simple. We will raise an invoice to my customer based on simply what we have actually ordered. Since I'm selling these products, I will see the impact at the purchase side. If I go to purchases, I will check into the purchase agreements, and I will see that Odoo has prepared one purchase agreement, which is in state draft. I will check what it is. I will see it is for one solar panel. It was created a minute ago in the chapter, and I still need to process it. The flow for a call for tender or a purchase agreement is the following. You create a requirements document. You mention all the products that you want to receive and the quantities. Then you will be sending it to many vendors at a time and say, okay, please submit your best quotes, let's say by Monday. Whenever I receive the quotes, I will take 3 days to analyze them and order from one of you or from many of you. And as soon as I order, I expect you to be able to deliver, let's say 1 week after, right? And then you can confirm it to say, okay, I start now sending my inquiries. At this time, I will be able to generate the actual new request for quotation, one per vendor. So I'll go and click on quotation. I will say, okay, the first one will be sent to Mahindra. I'll say the customer's name is Remote Farmer. The second one will be sent to Tata Motors. I'll say Remote Farmer here. Now I have these two requests for quotations. Right now I haven't received the best prices, so I cannot compare. In our example, what we are going to do will be first to receive the prices. Let's say Tata will offer it at 150 and Mahindra a bit more expensive, and we'll be able to select only the most cost efficient and discard the other purchase order. Let's say after a few times we receive the best offers from Mahindra and Tata. We encode them. And here the offer from Mahindra. Now, if we finish collecting the best offers, we can say we validate this call for tender. When we validate it, we are now into the stage in which we will start selecting the best offers. So let's go and make the comparison. We can see from Tata, we'll be paying only 177, while from Mahindra it is a bit costly. So here we can quickly make our choice and say, okay, no, this time we will confirm only the one from Tata Motors. Click here. We will be able to receive the product as we have done and receive the bill and finish the production, the delivery to our customer. If I go back to all the requests for quotation, I will notice one thing, and it is that the request for quotation received from Mahindra will be automatically cancelled. Why? Because I choose to go with only one of the two vendors. Now that I have a request for quotation or a purchase order which is automatically validated, I can receive the products, or in this case I will simply make sure that the vendor has delivered the goods to a Remote Farmer. When I get a notification that the goods have actually been delivered to my customer, either because my customer called me or sent me an email, or either because the supplier notified me, I can come to the inventory and say this has been processed, and I will mark it as fully done. This document is a simple delivery order, but in this case, it is a bit special because I'm asking my supplier to ship it to my customer's address. So I will print it, and I will show you how the supplier will see the information. For example, you see I'm ordering, and the destination location is the remote farm and not my own company address, which is here. We know the purchase order reference, the dates of ordering, the products, quantity ordered, and quantity delivered. Okay. So here we have just finished with the drop shipping. This is a strategy to shorten the delivery cycle. You can use it to have a short cycle of delivery, but also if you don't have a lot of stocking space, you can decide not to manage any inventory, but to ship it from the vendor to the customers. Let's now try to sell a water treatment equipment, and we'll generate a call for tender that will send to many vendors. But in this case, we'll try to select one vendor or the other in a more smarter way than simply purchasing from one vendor at the same time. For that, I will first go to the purchase configuration and just slightly change the configuration. Sorry. I will go in the settings of the purchase agreement, and here I will say, okay, every time I have a call for tender, I don't want to purchase exclusively to one supplier. I want to compare the price of every single product and purchase every single product from the best offering partner. So I'll say multiple selection. Now, let's go to the CRM and sales, create a quotation. I'll say new customer this time. I will take water bottling plant, change the price, and then water treatment plant, change the price, confirm it. Remember that these two products are not maintained in our stock. We simply purchase them whenever we need to deliver from the products, whenever we need to deliver from our stock. There is a delivery order which is generated, but it is in state waiting. I can check the availability of this product. It is not there. Why? Because I need to purchase it from my suppliers and then get them in stock and only then deliver it to my customer. So if I go to the purchase, by this time, Odoo should have generated a purchase agreement, just as last time. And we'll see that we have, okay, here I did a wrong configuration, no problem. So I have a wrong configuration. What I will do, I'll keep it as is. I will purchase one unit of water treatment plants. I will add the other one on the same document, instead of maintaining two purchase tenders here. Again, the flow is simple. I confirm so that I can start sending my inquiries. When I receive all of the prices, I will validate to start selecting. When I select, it will be done. Now let's send and raise our request for quotation. Remember, we want to send to Tata Motors. Let's see the prices. For the water treatments, Tata will sell at 200 and 150 for the bottling machine. So this will be the price for Tata, as you can see, the total price if I purchase from Tata. And I will do the contrary for the second one. Here it is 250 and 100 if I purchase from Mahindra. Now let's say after the deadline of ordering dates, I will come validate and start the selection. If I view all of my requests for quotation, you can see that based on the total, I'm not able to say from which vendor I can actually purchase these goods. I need to go into more details and maybe try to bring my total cost of purchase lower than this if I'm smart enough. So I can open every purchase order and say, okay, for the water treatment unit, it is more expensive. If I purchase it from Mahindra, it is 250, than if I purchase it from Tata. But if I purchase the water treatment from Tata, it is more expensive than if I purchase it from Mahindra. So what I can do is to say I will purchase the bottling plant from Mahindra and I discard the other one. And I will purchase the other products from Tata and discard the bottling plant. So instead of paying 413,000, if I purchase everything from one single vendor, here I will have a total cost of purchase of only 345, which is mostly almost 60,000 rupees that I've saved, because I can confirm from different vendors to get the best prices ever. And from here, I can receive them into my stock and ship them to my customer. So let's go ahead and receive them in our stock. I can do it from the purchase order, but what will actually happen in a company that is splitting the roles, you can have a warehouse officer, a purchase manager, and even an accountant. You can split the roles and give access to the inventory application only to the person in charge of inventory. When they come in the morning, they will see a dashboard here from which they can say, okay, I'm expecting 2 receipts. I can check when I actually get delivered because the truck has offloaded the products in my warehouse. I can come here and say, okay, I have received 1 water treatment unit. I apply. And the other one, I apply it too. Now I have no more receipts to receive, but I can see I have a delivery order to process. It is waiting. I will check what is it waiting for. Apparently, it was waiting availability, and actually it was for these very products. So I can check availability of them. Okay. There's something wrong with my small configuration. No problem. What I will do is to force validation. This is because I have certainly misconfigured one of the call for tenders. I will say I deliver 2 and mark this document as done. Okay, what am I getting here? Okay, let's quickly check. Still nothing. Okay, too bad. So let me check one thing. This one was done anyway. The bottling machine. Okay, no problem. Is it waiting another operation? Okay, I misconfigured this. No problem. We'll simply say check again, validates. Nothing happens. Okay, No problem. I might want to skip this. I have a misconfiguration in my product, so I cannot process this unless I finish maybe the second call for tender, which was a split. This is what happens when you are live. No problem. So what we have just seen, just to take an overview, is we've been able to purchase one product, which we keep in stock. And when the stock is low and we need it, we can replenish it. We have a product that we don't keep in stock, but when we want to sell it to a customer, at that time we purchase it. We purchase it from the best offering vendor, and we drop ship it directly to our customer. For some other products, we purchase them, but instead of drop shipping, we'll take from the best offering supplier, we receive them in stock, and we ship it to our customer. There seems to be one small configuration into my shipping. I'm not able to finish the processing of it, but it's not a problem. While you are working, before we take some questions, at a certain time you'll have just enough data to do some reporting. For example, you can go to the purchase reporting, and you can see in the pivot table from your different vendors the value of the orders you have made and the quantities you have purchased, and even the average price. If you want to display something else, for example, the days to deliver, you can just click here and you will see the number of days to deliver. You want to display the days to validate the sales, the purchase order, you can click here. Here I don't have enough data. You can as well say, okay, I will group this by, I will unfold by product. I want to know which product I'm actually purchasing from Mahindra and from Tata. I can do this. I can as well export this in Excel so that I can process it further, do some computations, right? We can also see a bit of the impact that we have on the accounting. If I go to the accounting application, just a quick overview, you have a dashboard of your customer invoices and your vendor bills. I will simply jump straight to the reporting, and I can see my profit and loss document to see what is the level of income I'm generating from my sales activities, but surely from my expense activities, my purchases. Trading companies will need to see this in real time, but you can also have access to the product margins, which is a small application which you need to install. You can analyze the product margins from one date to, let's say, end of year, and you click on Open. Here you will see for every product what is the average price for it, the quantity you have sold, the quantity you have purchased, the sales gap, which is simply the turnover when you sell minus the cost when you purchase, and the expected margin. Let's take the solar panel. I didn't put any cost for this product, but I was selling it at 800,000. My expected margin was of 400,000, and you can see the expected margin also in percentage. You can do the same with all the other products. You simply configure the sales price as well as the cost price, and Odoo will compute what you can expect in terms of turnover, what you will actually sold it for if you gave a discount, and the expected margin in full amount as well as in percentage. So for more accounting reporting, we can tune in next Friday into the accounting session. It will be same time, 11 a.m. So I will be just checking if we have finished what we actually say, and I'll take your questions. So let's go back to our learning objectives. We have seen how you can configure your master data so that you can streamline the generation of quotations or the generation of call for tenders, how you can procure the goods manually, how you can automatically raise a purchase order from order points or from make to order products, how you can fulfill your customer orders, and you can see that whatever you are doing, if you confirm a sales order, it has an impact on your stock as well as on your accounting. The same from the purchase, everything is integrated from the same system, right? Thanks for watching. Now it's about time we take a few questions. If you have some questions right now, just tune in our live control center. Just 1 second. Okay, if there are no questions, thanks for watching. Next week, our webinars will be about finance management. Again, it will be 1 hour, 45 minutes of presentation and some Q&A at the end. Thanks for your time.